Hi there guys, Sai here and welcome back. This is episode 6 of my Feed the Bees Let's Play, and as you can probably tell from my hotbar, we're going to be starting off with a few bits of Thorncraft research. Same digs as last time, covered up, whatever they're called, aspects. So, starting off we have Thermometer. You believe this mystical device will point you in the direction of nearby sources of mystical energy, which will be handy. There we go. And Enchanted Fabric. You have created a simple but strong fabric from wool and spider silk. You are sure you can infuse it with magic somehow to create a wonderful crafting component. I'm sure I can. There we go. And then this one, which I hadn't expected to come up at all, Tin Transmutation. Having mastered the transformation of base metals into gold, the next step would be to transform any and all metals into tin, which isn't really the next step I'd take. I think maybe platinum or other stuff might be a bit more important, but hey, tin's what I've got. So, Tin Transmutation. And I've put a little chest down here for all of the Thorncraft specific stuff, because it was just getting a pain to walk backwards and forwards, and eggs, because they're pretty much the only thing I've got in abundance which has that transmutatio. So, tin transmutation's up here, and it's obvious that there's a few more around it from the place it's come in. Huh. Now that's interesting. Obviously I have to get this, which is clearly thormium, to get the... oh, so that's the enchanted building block, and you need thormium to build it, don't you? So yeah, that kind of makes sense. Oh well. So tin is 8 metal and a crystal to get 3 nuggets, which is significantly more expensive than the gold one. And oh, what else have we got? The Enchanted Fabric. Oh, Arcane Work Table. That's the first thing I think we've got that needs the Arcane Work Table. I don't think we've got any use for it yet though. And then Thermometer. Ah, another thing on the Arcane Work Table. And I guess we can make... no, I've not got any... don't have any gold right at the moment. We'll solve that by the end of this episode, though. So, for the start of this episode, I'm going to be drilling out another tunnel here, and it's going to go into the rock face here, because we're going to have our furnace chimney on top here. I'm probably going to have inside it actually just be an observation platform about halfway up. But yeah, that is going to be the first objective for this episode, and obviously I'm not going to bore you with the details because you've seen kind of the process of making the tunnels and it's not hugely interesting, so yeah, I will just get on with that. Well, that took a hell of a lot longer than I was expecting, because I was kind of pissing around, if I'm honest. I've built a little sort of watchtower up here with the intention of expanding like a balcony out that way for red power solar and wind generation, and possibly for a factorization power plant eventually, because that stuff needs a huge surface area. Or I could just put it out on the surface over there. I'm not sure if you can see the way I'm pointing, there's a huge flat area. I've also made a little staircase down here for when I want to expand this way. I'm trying to make all of the transitions a bit unique. And then down here for the chimney stack going up there, and we've got, yeah, quite a nice room to put our generators in the start of our industrial equipment. So, it's a bit... it doesn't look like much, but the amount of... I've probably had to smelt... ooh... 8, 9 stacks of basalt to finish this, just this little corridor in that room. It's been quite the drag. Anyway, I need to set up the first of the generators here, and I've forgotten a bat box, so I will be right back with you. That took somewhat longer than I had thought, again, because I realised that I'd rather have an MFE than a bat box, given how fast the test bat box I ran filled up. And I then realised I didn't quite have enough rubber, so I had to go and mess around with rubber saplings for a while to get some more. By the way, it appears I have over 3 chests full, rather 3 barrels full of balsa wood at the moment. That continuously running farm for all of the time I've been playing has exceeded expectations. The overflow chest has overflowed. Yeah, it's in a bit of a mess at the moment, the balsa farm, so I'll just shut it down. Anyway, this is one of the things I wanted to show you before I finished up making this stuff for this. Energy crystals, very cheap. Rubies rather than diamonds. Oh, bum. I completely forgot about that. Oh well, doesn't matter, because we're going to be using them straight away. Machine block. Wire. MFE. Perfect. I have a horrible feeling that I'm going to need a wrench. I'll just have to make sure I align everything correctly, won't I? Right, so probably really want the power output in that direction. That'll mean the input will be down here, and I'm going to start off in this lane. So first thing up, electric furnace to turn the logs into charcoal. There we go. And then we will need a transposer from this. Yep, that's heading in the right direction. 3 pipes out like so, each with a generator on top. Right, because it takes I think 6.5 seconds for this to burn 1 log, and each of these take exactly 20 seconds to burn a charcoal into energy. So that will slightly oversupply these, but it shouldn't be noticeable for a very, very long time. Now, what do I need to do? Power. Yes, power. Why have I got another transposer? That's why I've got another transposer. I'm wondering why I've got another transposer. I've got another transposer because obviously we need some way of getting stuff into this. Oh, bump. Needs to go downwards, doesn't it? Nope. Anyway, we can get that to... Don't think there's going to be an easy way of getting that to be placed downwards. I've brought marble in as the wiring material because it's really easy to break and it doesn't go naff like basalt when you do. Let's see, can we? No. I just want to get this placed facing downwards. Now I'm going to have to dig down into the floor, aren't I? There we go. Oh, what on earth am I doing? After that effort, I realised I actually want it facing upwards, don't I? Nope. Oh well. Such is life. No, I'm holding shit. For heaven's sake. There we go. And a barrel on top of that, which we can start filling up manually for the moment with balsa wood. Eventually I'll just have a tesseract or something pumping the items directly without the transposer here. And then for the redstone portion of this, we need pulses to that and that. And I'm going to do it via the blocks which they're on top of the blocks beside them, just so I don't have an effect on the electric furnace down here. And stick a computer here. Right, the only question left is where am I going to put the power if I do it like this? It's not so much of an issue at the moment. Power can go down that side. Anyway. Right. This wants to be on... I didn't load the clock program into the APIs, unfortunately. I don't think so. I'm going to have to write a clock program. Anyway, let's finish making this first. So we've got some copper cable, and we're going to have an issue here. Seriously? I'm not very good at this, am I not? I'm going to need a low voltage transformer to get this back to low voltage to feed into the doobly what's it down there. So I'm going to do this. I think if I have all these up here, then I'm just trying to get it where it's in an easy position to extract the power, but now actually when I'm thinking about it, given that we're powering at this end anyway, it's probably actually going to be easier if I turn this all inside out, which is a really bad stage to be saying this, but I think I'm just going to do that now. There we go. That's all reversed. You can see this has started pumping balsa into the electric furnace, which obviously isn't doing anything at the moment because we've not added the spark, so this should give it the spark of life. That should be enough to boot the system up. There we go. Perfect. That'll last for a while. And now we wait. It will take quite a while for it to fill up to the third generator, but we can intervene partway through, I do believe. Perfect. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Where are all... Unless it's not created one yet. Where are these going? Oh. Are they all going to fuel the first one? That's weird. Oh. Wait, what? They're going into the MFE. Oh, that's awkward. I shall nip downstairs and get a cover. Problem solved. And if we put those in the end one, just so that it can start up. Not sure how fast that generates. Pretty fast. Well, I suppose it is 600 EU a second at the moment. And with the final power configuration in here, it should be up to 180 EU per tick. I should manage. I'm not sure if the balsa farm will cope with that, but as you can see at the moment, this really isn't even denting the 16 stacks I just stuck in here. So that'll do it for a while. I think I need to go and clean that up. But first, I have another Stormcraft thingy because I love this stuff, and yeah. There we go. Thaumaturge's robes. You have discovered a way to create magical cloth. Now you need to discover what you can do with it. The obvious choice seems to be clothing, which doesn't appear to be in the right place. Where's that? Oh, it's turned up here. Both, both practical and stylish. Indeed, I suppose. They're very enchantable, I remember. Similar protective properties to leather armor, but they're much more durable and mundane materials could ever be. The various pieces of this outfit grant a small discount to the amount of vis drained from casting ones when you use them. Oh, there we go. You can make a not quite full set, no hat. I suppose I can make the leggings and the bodies and enchant them, because this stuff's just vis and wool and string. Okay, so I guess I'll go and sort out the Balsa farm. Okay, this might seem a little disconnected from what I've just been doing, but I needed some new tools and armor and stuff, and for that I needed enchantments. And instead of just standing around the spawner for a while, I decided to improve it a bit more, because I found out what is inside these totems that I've found discovering. Not only do their chests contain funky loot, if I pick up this block, you see underneath here we have a pigman spawner. Awesome. So I've found 2 of these, and I'm going to carry them back home through the nether. So the next one is thaumium, which is the one I was really after. You have found a way to infuse and transform base metals with raw magical energy. You are hopeful that the resultant material will prove stronger and more resilient than its components. Sorry, I transitioned into a resounding bass there. Just thought it would be fun. Anyway, yes, that one too. No, don't hit things with it. Learn it. Good, good. Thaumium might be the first thing I actually start making with this stuff. And we also have the arcane crafting block there to discover. Plus I got iron transmutation before, but I figured it wasn't really worth showing you since it's pretty much the same as tin transmutation, and you get it with pretty much the same elements as well. Yeah. How do you make thaumium then? 8 metallum and 4 precantatio. And we can make swords and picks and all the tools plus all the armor. And the armor is pretty much what I'm interested in, since it has, well, the tools too. You can get pretty awesome enchantments on them, like repair. So yeah, I'll give it a shot. Anyway, the thing that I particularly want to do right at the moment is start macerating stuff. And to start macerating stuff, of course, I need a macerator or a pulverizer. I have that choice. However, since at the moment I have industrial craft energy and not build craft energy, and an excess of diamonds, as you can see, I'm not particularly bothered about the cost of the macerators, so I think I'm actually just going to go with them. It turns out that instead of using machine blocks, I can use something that's say I'm going to need a bit more iron and some gold. For this, I can use the machine frame, I think it's called, from thermal expansion, and that will replace the machine block in the center, which saves quite a bit of iron, and I'm not particularly bothered about gold since I'm getting a fair amount of gold nuggets through the spawner now, which is almost overloading. I actually had to change that so that we now have a buffer. A buffer? No, I'll come and show you. Where we used to have a filter underneath the turtle is now a relay, because the problem was that there was pretty much constantly someone on the pressure plate, and that meant that it didn't matter how much the turtle pulsed, the filter wasn't going to pull anything, so I've just changed it to drop down into the relay. There we go. So that's the machine frame. And what else do we need? Machine frame for flint. Well, we can provide that. And that's easy enough. I found this neat trick. You just scroll on it and it transfers some into your inventory. Don't need any more of that. Oh. Well, that shouldn't, at least, as long as I've got a little bit of refined. I just need 1 bar of refined. That's silver. Dang. I am going to need another iron, aren't I? Oh well. And that's gone out now as well, so it's a waste of another coal, but I'm not particularly bothered about the coal. So I need 1 refined iron, and oh, boom. I'm out. I'm all out of, what's it called? What's the name for it? Sticky resin. So I think I'll just go and set up a temporary sort of like grove of rubber trees to harvest some from them in the meantime before I can actually get this done. So yeah, I'll see you in a little bit. There we go. Macerator. And get myself some copper cable. And for the moment I think I'll just take a stack of iron ore up, because iron's the thing we really need to start with. Given that we pretty much have no mineral resources whatsoever at the moment. I'm not sure. I think I'll just dump it right next to here at the moment, I think. No, that's probably not a wise idea. I'll bring it out 1. I can move all this stuff around a little bit later. But there we go. That's incredibly slow, but fine. That doesn't particularly matter to me. I'll get the transposer system working with hoppers and stuff in a while, but for now I am glad to finally be able to smelt some ores without weighing on my conscience that I'm wasting them. Yay! Unreasonably happy about that. And I'll need to make another electric furnace or a few electric furnaces actually, to smelt this stuff. I'm not sure how. Well, 2, since I presume these work at the same speed, it would make sense. So, well, I guess I can go and do that now that I've got this iron. Okay, I should have everything together to rearrange this now. I'm not entirely certain, into a more convenient order, that is. So, I want the chests here. I'll just stick one of them down for the moment. And then, technically we don't need both of them actually, but oh well. Like so, and that wants to be guarded there. Stupid me. And then that. And if I stick the two of the transposers in there, they should pull from these 2 electric furnaces whenever they get redstone power, which I'm going to work in a moment. And then those 2 need feeding, which is going to need more pipes than I've got. Oh dear. Oh well, I'm almost there. The other transposer will want to go here, and then actually to the way around. Come on. Get the screwdriver out for this, really. Then I suppose I'll just break all this down for the moment, because it's not really got any purpose right now. Ah, that's just pickaxe. Knock that down. Macerator. Hopper. So we can chuck stuff into the hopper now, and whenever that gets pulsed, so the red stone working now. How am I going to do that? I can chuck the other chest in here now. I'll probably take it out to put a cover behind at some point, but that's not immediately important. How am I going to get the redstone on the back now? Because it needs to go to... Oh, what the heck, I'll just destroy this. I can always put it back later. It needs to go to these three at the same time. Well, probably the easiest way to do this would be literally to just stick redstone like that, I guess, with the computer secreted somewhere, and I can then cover that up. Red wire would be nicer, but I don't actually have any at the moment. I can just stick the computer back here, well, up here. That gives me more space to maneuver. Let it start up. And we just want it running on a clock. I'm not entirely sure what length the clock needs to be at the moment, so... Oh, this is a point. Have we left space for power at the rear? Yeah, there's loads of space there for power behind. Oh no! So that's interesting. Nowhere to power those from. Gonna have to rethink this. That should work. Right, I'll try reassembling this a little bit. So this is the startup program for the computer in the end. Exit. I'll just reboot that. I've set it to 6.5 seconds for the moment, which should hopefully be enough. I don't see it actually doing anything though. Oh well, we can but hope. And if I were to take this away, you can see the piping behind there. So all should be well. I think all I have to do... Oh, power. Yes, that's the next major concern. I've put wires in from the bottom, but I obviously need a bit more wire before I can... Actually, saying that, it doesn't need to be insulated back there, does it not? If I'm not going near it. Let's have a look-see. Where have we got wires? There we go. And then if I just get some of this stuff out of my crafting grid. That gives me 6 more. There we go. So that takes it to there. And now we've just got to link it up to this, and I think It's probably best if we just go straight underneath the floor here. So... where's the wall? Do we need to go in that direction more specifically? Bring it down one, and then... well, there's certainly something there. What's that? Four needs to go for that direction. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's the point at which I started just using normal half slabs rather than double half slabs. Right, so it just needs to come through to here. Okay, well, I'm sure I can manage that. Right, well, I don't particularly fancy going down there for maintenance at the moment, since I just get electric shocks since none of the cables are insulated, but it does seem to have powered everything up. So, if I nip downstairs and grab some ores to chuck in that hopper, it should process them for us. What shall we do? A couple of iron, lead, gold, copper. That should do. Oh, wrong portal. Gets confusing at times. Here we go. And now we just have to check for the speed of the transfer. I've got the lead too there, but that can wait. Do-do. Well, there we go. Is that even doing anything, actually? Try giving it 2 ticks there. I did that with the other one. Reboot. Maybe it's the wrong side. See, I'd have thought, given that its back is at the back of the computer and front at the front, that it would orient it with regards to the direction the computer's facing, but it might do something really stupid and weird for the orientation. I'll probably notice this at some point and completely forgotten about it. Yep. So, even though its front is facing in this direction and its back is facing in this direction, its left is facing this way. Right, whatever. All we need to know is that it works. And that, actually, at one electric furnace seems to be able to keep up with it. I don't know. Saying that, it's not been transferring it properly. Let's just chuck these in here. But yeah, all our raw processing needs for the... oh, for Pete's sake. For the immediate future. I'm gonna have to move that out though, aren't I? Clearly. I've got an axe on me. Good, I've got an axe on me, because I can't be bothered with this at the moment. Marble cover. Well, there we go. And I'm really going to have to cover that up behind, aren't I? That'll do for a start. Oh well. It's not too bad. And it works, which is the main thing. Just chuck my... I've got a couple of copper dust there, I can chuck those in. And I've got some copper dust downstairs. But yeah, anyway, I've not got a clue how long this episode's gone for. I looked at it ages ago and it was like 16 minutes, so I'm sure it's gone way over 20 minutes now. So anyway, sorry I've got a bit dozy towards the end here. I think I've been up for an incredibly long time. Can't tell. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed and have a nice day. See you soon.